सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगणललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नाम्ने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतुषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते जयतां सुरतौ पंगोर्मम मंदमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्वपदाम्बोजौ राधा मदन मोहनो तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, welcome to a new week. Technically, the week starts on Sunday, but since the work begins on Monday, people consider work working Mondays to be the new week. So welcome to the new week, and we always start our new week by taking the blessings of Lord Chaitanya. Yes, before going to work, take blessings of Lord Chaitanya. And Lord, you remember Lord Chaitanya, Katanchane Smrite Yasmins Dushkaram Sukharam Bhaved. So the very difficult things which are very difficult also become very easy. Sukharam, very easy to perform when we have the blessings of Lord Chaitanya. And Vismrute Viparitam Syat. If you forget Lord Chaitanya, then it's the opposite. Even something that's very easy will become very difficult. Yes. Sri Chaitanya Namamyam. So that's why let's pray to Lord Gauranga because we are discussing his pastimes without any particular qualification. So it is Lord Gauranga who blesses us. Yes, so let's get that blessing and requesting again devotees to turn on the videos for effective participation, and let's proceed with today's discussion. What did we see last time? So last time we saw this particular section where Mahaprabhu, he delivered the South India, how he preached and delivered the South India by his Sankirtan. We could see how he would recite the Harinam, and anybody would see him doing Sankirtan, they would become mad in ecstasy. He would also embrace them. He would embrace everyone, and everybody would get Krishna Prem. And then they would go into deeper villages. And when they go to the villages and they are seen by somebody, then what happens? They are seen by someone and they also become ecstatic devotees. And in this manner, the Prema Sankirtan, everybody becomes maddened in love for Krishna and performing the Sankirtan. And we also saw that Mahaprabhu recited something very special. As he was traveling in the South Indian Yatra, Krishna, 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 Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava Rakshamam. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Pahi Mam. So he kept reciting this. He used to keep reciting this and going in the South India Yatra. Okay, so now we need to move ahead. Last time we had seen the 113 but anyways, we saw this verse and we also discussed the purport because now from here the next section begins. So today we are going to see from 113 to 130. I will try to break that also. We go ahead also. So this is the episode between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and a very special Brahmana, Kurma Brahmana. So there is a deity of Kurma. The place is called Kurma Kshetra, and the Brahmana with whom Mahaprabhu is having his Leela is Kurma Brahmana. So this is like kurma.kurma at kurma. www.google.com. People say that. So this is kurma.kurma at kurma. So all three kurmas. Kurma Brahman, Kurma Kshetra, and Kurma Vigraha. Okay, so we go ahead with 114. प्रेमाविषय हासे कांदी नृत्य गीत कैला देखी सर्व लोके रचिते चमत्कार हैला. So in complete absorption in prema, in great ecstasy of prema, Kandi, he would cry. Nritya Gita, he would dance and sing. And Deki Sarva Lokera Chitte Chamatkar Haila. Did we discuss this? I'm just wanting to know because I somehow feel we did this. Okay, it's similar because Mahaprabhu going anywhere, he did the same thing. We'll read that, no problem. We don't mind revisiting the episodes. People binge watch, rewatch many episodes. So why we should not rewatch Chaitanya Charitamrita? आश्चर्य सुनीला लोक आईला देखी बारे प्रभुर रूप प्रेम देखी हैला चमत्कारे. So being very spellbound, आश्चर्यमय, they were in complete astonishment, wonderstruck. They came to see and have the darshan of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And seeing this form and seeing his love that he has for Krishna, they were all astonished. दर्शने वैष्णव हैला बले कृष्ण हरी प्रेमावेशे नाचे लोक ऊर्ध्व भाऊ करी. So seeing, just by seeing, they became devotees. And Bale Krishna Hari, they started reciting Krishna and Hari. And Prema Veshe Nache Loka Urdu Bahukari. And in complete ecstasy, they would dance with their hands raised up. Krishna Nama Loka Mukhe Suni Aviram Sei Loka Vaishnava Kaila Anya Sabha Gram. And this is the preaching kept going on. Krishna Nama Loke Mukhe Suni Aviram. Yes. So always you could see that people are chanting the Krishna Nama. And Sai Loka Vaishnav Kaila Anya Sabhagram. And this is these people who heard Mahaprabhu's Kirtan, they went, they preached, they made the villagers also devotees. एई मत परंपराय देश वैष्णव हैला कृष्ण नामामृत वन्याय देश भाषाइला. Yes. So in this manner, there was paramparas started. Maharak Mahaprabhu initiated many devotees. They went and initiated them. So there were many parampara going on. And thus, by disciplic succession, one became guru immediately. So Mahaprabhu, this is our movement. Mahaprabhu says, यार देखे तारे कहो कृष्ण उपदेश अमार आज्ञा guru होय तारे ei desh. So Mahaprabhu doesn't say that you become shishya, he says become guru. So our movement is guru creating movement. When Srila Prabhupada was in Mayapur, he desired that our movement should have 10 lakh acharyas. Yes. So 10 lakh acharyas should be there who would become gurus, and thus the preaching will go forward. That's the way to expand the preaching. Yes. Create more acharyas. And Mahaprabhu exactly is doing that. Even Rupa Goswami, when he starts the Upadeshamrita, yes, when the Upadeshamrita started, the first verse of Upadeshamrita speaks about controlling the 6 kinds of vices. Chaya Vegas, the 6 Vegas, the 6 urges. Chaya Vega Domi, to control the 6 urges. And what is the result of controlling those 6 urges? You become a guru. Yes, you can go to different tracts of land. You can traverse all over the world and make disciples. So even Rupa Goswami is keeping his focus very clear. So that's the goal. Control the 6 Vega Shara Vegas and become a spiritual master for the world. That's Mahaprabhu's mission. कतक्षणे प्रभु यदि बाह्य प्रकाशिला कूर्म सेवक बहु सम्मान कर इला. Yes, I don't know why this is going up. We also become ecstatic. Hare Krishna. So I need to do something. Just give me a minute. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. What I'll do is I'll copy this section and keep it down. So what will happen is we don't have to face this particular problem. Hare Krishna. Technology boon and bane. Both. Case we have the Balaram font, and you're all able to see the screen. So Katakshane Prabhu Yadi Bahya Prakashila. So many times Mahaprabhu, this is how the great souls are, and especially Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu used to have a Bahya Chetna and Antarmukh Chetna. Antarmukh Chetna, when he's internalized, he's completely absorbed in Krishna Nam, in remembering Krishna, in separation from Krishna. That was an internal state that he maintained. And sometimes he would come to the external consciousness. So here he has come to the external consciousness. And Katkshane Prabhu Yadi Bahya Prakashila, he came to external consciousness. Kurma Sevaka Bahusammana Karila. So the Kurma Kshetra, where Mahaprabhu had his darshan, yes. So the Kurma Kshetra Sevak, there was a very respectable Brahmana who was offering various respects and offerings to Mahaprabhu, the Sevak of Kurma deity. यही ग्रामे आया तहा यही व्यवहार एक था एक हिला न कहिब अर बार. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mode of preaching has already been explained. So I'm not going to repeat again. That's what he says. Yehi grame aaya taha, yehi vyavahar. So any village he would go, he would have the same style of preaching. His style of preaching will not change. He will go, he will embrace, he will spread the Harinam, and anybody whom he embraces, anyone who heard the Kirtan, they would become gurus. And thus they would go to the interior villages and they would do their preaching and they will create more gurus. And thus those more gurus, they would be in ecstasy and they will go ahead, penetrate deeper and create more gurus. And this kept happening. Everybody became. So this is a style of preaching. Yes. Give Harinam. So I'm not going to Ekatai Kahila. So I gave one demonstration how Mahaprabhu is delivering the South India or the Kurma Kshetra and Nai Kai Bar Bar. I will not repeat this again and again, but this is the style of preaching. Please understand, wherever he went, this is what he did. कूर्मना में से ग्रामे वैदिक ब्राह्मण बहु श्रद्धा भक्ति कैला प्रभुर निमंत्रण. So in this Kurma, with the name Kurma, the Grama Kurma, there is a Vedic Brahman. Yes, he was very well learned in a Vedic principles. Bahu Shraddha Bhakti Kaila, Prabhura Nimantra. With a lot of faith, and with a lot of devotion, with great respect, he invited Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come for prasadam. Please come to my home for prasad. Mahaprabhu maintained this etiquette. He was a sannyasi, and a sannyasi cannot just like that eat at anybody's home. So there is a regulation. So wherever Mahaprabhu was, this is one regulation that he maintains. He would always eat at the homes of Brahmanas so that to not gain external criticism. So although there are two personalities in Benares, we see this example. We're going to see this ahead. So in Benares, there were two devotees of Mahaprabhu. One was Tapan Mishra, the second was Chandrasekhar Acharya. Chandrasekhar Acharya was a Kayast. Mahaprabhu stayed at his place. But to have prasad, he would go to Tapan Mishra's house, who is a Brahmana. घरे आणि प्रभुर कैला पाद प्रक्षालन से जल वंश सहित करिला भक्षण. Hari Hari. So what did he do? Kurma Brahman, he brought Mahaprabhu to his home and that pada prakshalana. This is the etiquette a grihastha follows when a sannyasi comes home. Right? When he comes home, he's given an asana, please sit. Pada prakshalan, wash the feet. So he washed the feet of Mahaprabhu. And then what did he do? He distributed the Charanamrit to everybody at his home. So all of them, they all drank the Charanamrit with great faith. Yes. And this may seem very weird, but we need to understand that the lotus feet of a sannyasi, okay, in this case, the Lord, is something that a Vaishnava gets for getting Mahabala in bhajan. There are three Mahabalas. Bhakta Pada Duli, Ara Bhakta Pada Jal, Bhakta Bhukta Avishesha Tina Mahabala. Three things give us great strength in our bhajan. The first thing is Bhakta Padaduli, the taking the dust. That's why we offer obeisances and we take the dust from the lotus feet of Vaishnavas. Because Vaishnavas will not give it easily, but so that's the way we do it. Bhakta Pada Jal. Yes, the foot wash of a Vaishnava, the Charanamrit of a Vaishnava. And Bhakta Bhukta Avishesha, the Mahaprasad of the Vaishnavas. These three things give a great boost in bhajan. And these three are called as Mahavatina Mahabal. So Vamsha Sahita Kaila. So we get an opportunity whenever we visit temples, we get opportunity to get the Charanamrit. And when we take the Charanamrit also, we should drink and we should be remembering. We should remember the lotus feet of Lord while taking the Charanamrit. So there is one. So there's a beautiful shloka that comes. It says, Akala Mrityu Haranam Sarva Vyadi Vinashanam Vishnur Padodakam Pitva Punarjanmana Vidyate. It's a beautiful shloka and easy to remember also. Yes, Akala Mrityu Haranam. So one is taking, accepting the Vishnu Pada Udaka. From Pada means the lotus feet of Vishnu. Vishnu Pada is the lotus feet of Vishnu, and Udaka is water. Vishnu Pada Udakam Pitva. Somebody who drinks the footfalls of Vishnu. What is said? Akala Mrityu Haranam. Number one, he is untimely death. So now we are living in a dangerous situation in Kali Yuga. Yes, that dangerous situation says, what is the situation? The dangerous situation is Padam Padam Yat Vipadam Natesham, especially in Kali Yuga. At every step there is danger. Padam Padam Yat Vipadam Natesham. So death can come at any moment. We are convinced. We are on the roads. Yes, we are living in this modern infrastructure. It can fall. Anytime the roof can collapse. Yes, anytime we can be hit by a car. Anytime there can be. So, Akala Mrityu Haranam. So we are rescued from all these mrityus. Yes, Sarva Vyadi Vinashanam. We're sick. We're not feeling well. Charanamrita is the best medicine. It says Sarva Vyadi means all types of diseases, materially and spiritually. Yes, there is one. If I get into that detail, there's so beautiful shloka in the um, Mukundamala Stotra. Should I get it? No, I will not get it. It will take a lot of time because explaining that shloka will take another 25 minutes. Yes, but that particular shloka mentions the different types of diseases that a person uh, encounters in one's life. Yes, disease can be of lust, disease can be of enmity, disease of a snake bite, even that's considered to be. But everything, and samsar uchedeka mantram, but the chanting of the holy name there is mentioned that it can deliver one from all these diseases. That's the beauty of the shloka. I'm not going to recite that shloka. But the point here is that Charanamrita has to be taken with a lot of faith. Then it has value. If Charanamrita is seen materially, that's a hellish mentality. That's a hellish mentality. We should not have that. अनेक प्रकार स्नेहे भिक्षा करायला गोसाईरा शेषान्न सेवम शखायला. See, expert. So with lot of love, he fed, he persuaded Mahaprabhu to have prasadam. And whatever the Anna Shesha, the Adhara Amrita, when Lord's remnants, eating remnants of another person in this world is food in Tamoguna, as per the Bhagavad Gita 17th chapter. We are eating others' remnants is food in Tamoguna. We should not eat. Sometimes we find when we go out to, we just watch. We don't go. At least I don't go. We watch. There is one pizza party people are having, and there's one pizza and everybody's eating that one day. So people surround in circles and they're all eating from that together, upright, giving each other. And people do happy birthday to you, and what they eat, they give their Mahaprasad to everyone. They eat themselves and they're feeding that food. Yes, so this is very tamasic. Somebody likes something from others' plate, they just pick it up and they take. Oh, Krishna. No, not good. So this is very tamasic culture. On the other hand, when it comes to the Lord or his pure devotees, if you're taking their remnants, this is Mahabala. And then he just didn't take, he distributed to his whole family. Right? All his family members got benefited. So again, this requires Shraddha. यही पाद पद्म तोमार ब्रह्मा ध्यान करे सेई padma sei pad padma sakshat aila mora ghare. So this Kurma Brahman was completely aware of who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Otherwise, he will not speak such statement. Because Brahma is the topmost personality in this universe. And Brahma cannot worship anybody other than Narayana or Krishna. Yes, he doesn't worship anyone else. He's the topmost person. Hey Pad Padma Tomar Brahma Dhyana Kare. So Brahma, the greatest personality in this universe, he meditates on these lotus feet and look at my great fortune. Say Padma Padma Sakshat Aila Mora Ghare. And the same lotus feet which Brahma is hankering for. When Lord will come to my Brahma Loka? When he will come? Only once. Only once when Brahma had performed his meditation in the Padma Kalpa. That particular episode comes in the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th chapter. It comes there once, and it also comes in second canto, 9th chapter. Both 2.9, 3.9. But 2.9 is more special because that is when first time Brahmaji meets his Lord. And as per Gopal Tapani Upanishad, Krishna had come. It is Sakshat Krishna in Gopa Vesha. Krishna, Vrindavan Krishna had come. And he had shaken hands with Brahma. That's only one time program. So after that, we don't find Krishna having come to the home of Brahma. So in one sense, he is telling my fortune has become equal. You become very equal to Brahma because you came to Brahma Loka and then you shook hands. But today I got an opportunity to feed you, to take your Charanamrit. We don't see Brahma having gotten that opportunity. Of course, Charanamrit he got was he collected the Ganges when Vaman Dev, but Sakshat Krishna sitting right in front of you. This is a great fortune. So he is aware of his fortune. A person who is fortunate is not fortunate if he is not aware of his great fortune. And that is the greatest misfortune. Yes, good quote, which was inspired by Paramatma in my heart. So we have got the greatest fortune. Yes, we have got Srila Prabhupada. We got this glorious institution where we can practice. There is an opportunity for us to practice pure devotional service. We have got the holy name, the Mahamantra. We have got all Prabhupada books. We have got Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. We have got Vaishnava Sangha. But if one is not aware of all these great fortunes, that awareness is not there, then that is a misfortune. For example, somebody may give some person Charanamrit. He may say, oh, I'm very thirsty, please give me water. So, but if he is having the consciousness that this is mundane water, it's ordinary water, normal water, then, my God, he is not going to make spiritual advancement so much, as much as a person who is honoring the Mahaprasad with that awareness. Yes. We chant the holy name, but somebody is just chanting, okay, fine, I have to do my rounds. That consciousness is not there. And we are doing the topmost activity. There is no other topmost activity than chanting. The gopis in Vrindavan, they perform various varieties of services. And in the 10th canto commentaries, Acharyas mentioned, one place I had read, if the number might be wrong, there are 24 different kinds of varieties of services that the gopis perform to get Radha and Krishna together. That's their goal, right? That's the goal of the entire Vrindavan, to bring the divine couple together for the Parakiya Bhav, so that they taste that conjugal love of a paramour. That's what they want to taste. So out of all the given list of services, the topmost services that they perform is a service of chanting, kirtan. So there's no bigger service than this, kirtana. Yeah. So, but how much awareness do we have when we are doing ajapa? So once some devotees brought a complaint to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur that there is one devotee. And this devotee only does chanting. He's not doing any service. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, good. You people are given service because you cannot do only chanting. So, if he's only doing chanting, that's perfection. Very good. You people have the Rajoguna and Tamoguna. That is why you are to be engaged in that particular. You need to be engaged in a particular service. But actually, what that devotee is doing is the perfection. If he's only doing chanting and nothing else, that's perfect. Please give him prasad how many ever times he wants and maintain him. There's one temple president. I will not tell the name of temple. If you want to know it, please come personally and meet me. I'll tell you the name. So the temple president, he has given an open disclaimer. He has told anybody who wants to chant whole life, you just want to chant 64 rounds every day. Not 60, he didn't mention 64. Okay, fine. He said whole day you want to chant. Do not worry, we'll give you prasadam. And you want to sleep 6 hours? Have prasadam. Rest of the time chant. Facility available. Please come to me. We'll maintain you. Open disclaimer. Until the time you stick to your clause, we'll stick to our clause. Hari Hari. So that is a conviction in Harinam that this devotee has, the president. It was so amazing to see that. Nama. That Nama gives strength. So he's completely aware that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is in my house. Similarly, we have deities. Many Vaishnavas here have deities. But are we aware that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is in our house? Or rather, we are in the Supreme Personality Godhead's house. Are we aware? Yes. So we make advancement with awareness more than the activity itself. So activity performed with that awareness, that gives advancement and not the activity itself. मोरा भाग्येर सीमा नाहिया कहन आजी मोरा श्लाघ्य हैला जन्म कुल धन हरि हरि. So mora bhagyera sima na yaya kahana. I cannot possibly describe how fortunate I am. I cannot say the limit of my great fortune that I have got today. Aji mora shlagya hela. Glorious has become my jalma kula dhana. My birth is glorious because I had your darshan and your service. My kula, my entire ancestry is glorious. Why? Because I have come in the person, the servant of Lord is come in their ancestry. So even they are delivered. Dhana, my wealth is glorified. It's become glorious. Why? Because I have engaged that in your service. Yes. Shlagya Haila Mora. Janma Kula Dhana. Amazing. So this is how we should feel. Do we feel this when we are doing japa? Do we feel this when we are hearing the glories of Lord? Do we feel this when we go to temple and have darshans? So this is the consciousness of the Kurma Brahmana that we need to imbibe. We need to understand. We need to feel. We need to feel this. And that's why Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita is all about feelings, emotions. And it's very vital that we all study these characters deeply. We understand these wonderful, glorious characters and try our level best and pray to the Lord to develop a similar mood, following in the footsteps of such wonderful acharyas. कृपा कर प्रभु मोरेया तुम्हारा संगे सहिते न पारी दुख विषय तरंगे. So he's making a request to the Lord. Kripa kara, please show me your mercy. And hey Mahaprabhu, moreya tumhar sange, make me your associate. I would like to be with you only now. I have no other desire. And this was the very desire of anybody who met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anybody who met him, they would like to say, now we just want to be your associate. We don't have any other aspiration now left. And especially Sahitena Pari Dukkha, I'm not able to tolerate the pain of Vishaya Tarangi, the waves of this materialistic life. Yes. So I'm suffering in this materialistic life. I want the spiritual bliss of just being with you. And in heart of hearts, we all also have similar desire. Only thing is, we only desire, we don't act. Yes, so if we have that desire, it's good. But Krishna is more interested to see what are you making out of the facility which he has provided us at the moment. Right here, right now, I have given you so much facility. Are you using that properly? Then, okay, fine. Then I will give you more. First, you be grateful and fruitful with what I have offered you at this moment. You do this well, I'll give you more. Currently, what, how are you performing the services that have been allotted to you? You're doing that well? All right, I'll give you more services. You have time. You have time. It's not that we don't have time. Okay, whatever time you have to study, are you studying the Shastras, hearing properly, chanting, and using the time properly? If yes, fine. I'll give you more time. It happens. It works like that. Purport is amazing. Let's read the purport. The statement is applicable for everyone, regardless of how rich or prosperous one may be. Narottam Das Thakur confirms this statement. Samsara vishamale divanishiya jwale. So this samsara vishanale, this materialistic life is called samsara. It is like what? It is nothing but the fire of the poison. It burns. The heart burns. Divanishi. Morning and night. It just burns, causes burning. One cannot make any provisions for the troublesome life of materialistic world. Excuse me. It's a fact that one may be very happy as far as riches are concerned, and one may be very opulent in every respect. Yet, one has to manage the vishayas to meet the demands of the body and of so many family members and subordinates. Yeah, however rich you are, Hari, whoever you are, however rich, opulent, this materialistic life is going to be painful. Yes, because even if you be satisfied, so you try to be satisfied, your family members may not be satisfied. Right? They will definitely demand something, and then you have to fulfill that. So, Kurma Brahmana actually was materialistically very happy, as Prabhupada says. But he wanted to leave everything, all material opulences, because for he had realized the real opulence is Mahaprabhu. Yes, and according to Vedic civilization, Prabhupada says one should leave his family after attaining 50 years of age, go to the forest of Vrindavan to devote the rest of his life in service to the Lord. Practically, this can be implemented by devotees after 50, dedicate Panchasha Urdhvam Vanam Rajet. This is the Shastric injunction. So after 50, the life is dedicated, no more material opulence. Live simple life. Become simple and focus more on developing, increasing bhajan and increasing seva. Vaishnav seva, Guru seva, Hari seva. That should happen. प्रभु कहे ऐचे बात कबू न कहिबा गृहे रही कृष्ण नाम निरंतर लैबा. So Prabhu said, Mahaprabhu said, please do not speak like this again. ऐसा फिर से मत बोलना. गृहे रही, be at your home. And Krishna Nama Nirantara Live. Always chant the names of Krishna. You do. This is the instruction that Mahaprabhu gave. So now here Prabhupada gives purport. Again, very important purport. It is not advisable in this age of Kali to leave one's family suddenly. For people are not trained as proper brahmacharis and grihasthas. No proper brahmachari training, it will be difficult to do austerity later. No proper grihastha training, so you cannot leave family also so easily. You come back. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised the Brahmana not to be too eager to give up family life. It would be better to remain with family and try to become pure by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra regularly. Prabhupada, he gets down the standard, practical standard. Mahaprabhu said, you chant the holy name always. Because Nirantara means constantly. But Prabhupada says, okay, regularly, which means do your minimum 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. If this principle is followed by everyone, there is no need to accept sannyas. In the next verse, Mahaprabhu advises everyone to become an ideal householder by offenselessly chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and teaching same principle to everyone he meets. And that's what he's going to tell. यारे देखे तारे कह कृष्ण उपदेश Amar Agnya Guru Hoya Tara Ei Desh. So this is that famous shloka. This is the second most quoted shloka by Prabhupada in CC. Prabhupada would quote this. Second most quoted. First one is Cheto Darpana Marjane. Yare dekha Tarakah Krishna Upadesh. Amar Agnya Guru Hoya Tara Ei Desh. So whomever you see, you tell, give him Krishna Upadesh. Yes, give instructions of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. We should speak that. So for that, we have to be thorough in that. Amar Agnya, my instruction is Guru Hai. Become a spiritual master and Tar E Desh. Deliver the country you're living in. Hari Hari. This is a mission statement for everyone. Everyone. So Kurma Brahmana is just an instrument. Just like Arjuna was a recipient of the Bhagavad Gita, but the nectar of Bhagavad Gita is for everyone. Similarly, this instruction, Kurma Brahman is a recipient, but he's representing all the ideal Grihasthas, householder, all the ideal Vaishnavas, and we have to take this mission. So this equally applies. So say, okay, this instruction is for brahmacharis and possibly sannyasis, but Kurma Brahman is a grihastha. Arjun is a grihastha. Yes. The recipient is a grihastha. Parikshit Maharaj was a grihastha. Then he had taken the vanaprasth. He disconnected from family and came to exclusively hear Bhagavatam. But most of the sermons of Bhagavatams, yes, the recipients are grihastha. So the first lecture of Bhagavatam is given by Narada to Vyas. That's the first samvad. So Narada is a brahmachari, but Vyas is a grihastha. Yeah. Yudhishthir Maharaj gets lecture from Narad Muni. Again, Yudhishthir is a grihastha while he was there in the grihastha life. So the instructions are for grihastha. Nobody should think Bhagavatam, Gita, actually it is for brahmacharis and sannyasis. We grihasthas, we can do what we want. No, this is for grihasthas. This is the sublime mission. I told you, right? There's a mission statement of our ISKCON. Many people come and inquire whether they have to give up family life to join society, but that is not our mission. No. One can remain comfortably in his residence. That means not that you live materialistic life. Remain whatever is comfort, whatever comfort you need. See, there is something called necessity, there is something called luxury. So spiritual life, you want to make advancement, we should have necessity. Luxury, your focus from spiritual life will become Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam tayapahirta chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhi samadhuna vidiyate. There is bhoga and aishwarya too much, we cannot be able to chant. That takes our focus away from chanting. So necessity, yes, have your necessities. That is comfort. And we simply request everyone to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If one is a little literate, little bit, one can read Bhagavad Gita as it is and Srimad Bhagavatam. That is so much the better. These works are now available in an English translation and are done very authoritatively to appeal to all classes of men. So the wonderful instructions. Instead of living engrossed in materialistic activities, people throughout the world should take advantage of this moment and chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra at home with their families. Very important. Family members all should be doing japa session in morning. I've really seen this. The artis, the japas together makes a great impact. Together in the japa. One should also refrain from sinful activities, illicit sex, meat eating, gambling, and intoxication. Out of these 4 items, illicit sex is very sinful. Every person must get married. Every woman especially must get married. They're not my instructions, Prabhupada's instructions. If the women outnumber the men, some men can accept more than a wife. Not in Kali Yuga. It's difficult. Because why it's not an injunction in Kali Yuga? Because, or rather in today's day and age, not in Kali Yuga, I would say, in today's day and age, is because one cannot give that equal treatment to the wives. Equal treatment is not possible. And when there is no such equal treatment, then what will happen is the same episode as Chitraketu. Chitraketu episode will repeat. History will repeat. Even Soma, the moon, got cursed because he was not treating his wives equally. In that way, there will be no prostitution in society. If men can marry more than one wife, illicit sex life will be stopped. One can also produce many nice preparations to offer Krishna from grains, fruits, vegetables, and milk. Why should one indulge in? So, one by one, all regulative principles Prabhupada is explaining. So, now he just told about illicit sex, now he's talking about meat eating. Yes. Why should one indulge in unnecessary meat eating and maintain horrible slaughterhouses? Next, he's talking about intoxication. What is the use of smoking and drinking tea and coffee? People are already intoxicated in material enjoyment. And if they indulge in further intoxication, what is this? What chance is there for self-realization? He talks about gambling. Gambling simply will agitate the mind, greed. The real purpose of human life is to attain the spiritual platform and return back to Godhead. That is the summum bonum of spiritual realization. So that's what Krishna calls. So this is Mahaprabhu's advice to Kurma Brahman. Prabhupada is, transposing this advice for all of us. So one should stay at home, chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and preach the instructions of Krishna as they are given in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So the standards say at least every initiated devotee. If you're initiated, why you get initiation? If you're initiated, you are bona fide to represent the parampara once you're initiated. So after it's not that non-initiated devotees cannot preach. No. Initiated devotees must preach. We should have at least one program where we get an opportunity to speak Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Oh, I'm not a very good speaker. I'm not able to speak. No problem. Just read. What am I doing here? I could have explained, but the purpose, what I'm doing here is I'm just reading Prabhupada's purport because Prabhupada has done the explanation. So just read. So we read and we speak something about it. Okay, whatever points we remember from our lectures, we can just speak. That is wonderful preaching. In fact, that's what Prabhupada wanted. Prabhupada wanted books are basis. So preaching is essence, correct. Everybody has to preach. How to preach? Books are the basis. Yeah, so take my books and you read. Just read one paragraph, explain. Read 5 minutes, explain 2 minutes. Read 5 minutes, explain 2 minutes. Or read 10 minutes, explain 2 3 minutes. Do this, will create wonderful devotees. And we are finding these days that the devotees are losing that seriousness in spiritual life because of not being in touch with Prabhupada books and Prabhupada lectures. They're not reading Prabhupada purports. They're not, Prabhupada also would say, you would see a lack of seriousness or devotees lacking some conviction or devotees even after spending quite some time asking very elementary questions which are asked by newcomers, Prabhupada would immediately chastise, you're not reading my books. You're not reading my books. I really wanted that video. I don't think I have. I'll just check if I can play that. The video is very inspiring. Let me just see. Oh, I'm not able to have it, but somebody can really help me and find it. It's an old video, very old video. I had watched it when I was in college, long time. So that is a Krishna conscious family in Japan. It's very inspiring. A clip of a family in Japan. Very inspiring clip. We can see that. You'll be very inspired. I want to show that video to all the Grihasthas in India. I'll just give you 1 minute. I'll just try if I can find it on YouTube. So many of devotees have actually made the videos. Many have, yeah, many homes. There are devotees who have made. You can watch it yourself. Joy of Krishna consciousness and glorifying in Japan. I think I found. I'm not getting the video that I had watched. It had inspired me a lot. Anyways, you can try to find it, and if anyone finds, please give me. I'm very eager to watch that. कबू ना बाधिबे तोमार विषय तरंगा पुनरपि एई ताई पाबे मुरा संग So kabuna badibe, you will never ever get that badha nahi aayegi. Obstruction will not come in Vishay Taranga. This materialistic way of life that you're talking about, that will never be an obstruction. Punarapi yehi tai pabe mora sangha. Yes. What is Mahaprabhu assuring in Prabhupada's words? Indeed, if you follow these regulative principles, we will meet again. We'll again meet here, or rather, you will never lose my company. Haribo. So the company of a guru, the company of Krishna, we understand from this is actually the instructions. Yes. It is the instructions which is the company of the guru and Krishna. So if you're following instructions of guru, we are with guru. If you're following the instructions of Prabhupada, we are with Prabhupada. And that's why Prabhupada said that I will always remain alive in my books and in the hearts of my sincere follower. And who's a sincere follower? Sincere follower is the one who follows Prabhupada's instructions very sincerely. See, Prabhupada, what is he saying? This is an opportunity for everyone. If one simply follows the instructions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu under the guidance of his representatives, that's a spiritual master, and chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, teaching everyone as far as possible the same principle, that is preaching, the contamination of the materialistic way of life will not even touch him. Yeah. So many times the grihasthas are worried or they're very anxious. Oh, we are too much stooped into materialistic way of life. There's a great hope for them. Follow the instructions that Mahaprabhu has given Kurma Brahman. And Prabhupada clearly says there's opportunity for everyone. Follow the instructions of Mahaprabhu under guidance of spiritual master. Chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Teach everyone as far as possible, preaching a little bit, whatever one capacity. Somebody says, "Oh, I can take care of one family." No problem. Each family bring one family. Yes, each family bring one family to Krishna consciousness. That's all. No problem. In a year, take some target like that. 1 year we will bring one family, no problem. Next year another family, and tell them also bring one more family. That's a very simple way of preaching. How much will it expand? You see, we can apply all mathematics, arithmetic progressions, or the geometric progression. ये सब apply करके देख लो. Calculate the math. Yeah. In 10 years, how much big community will develop? Yes. One gets one, two gets four. Yes. Two gets four, then they become six, right? Then six gets another six. तो इस तरीके से डबल होता रहेगा. So 2, 4, 6, 12, like that, 10 years will be a big community. And we chant the holy name sincerely. We attentively chant 16 rounds, follow 4 regulative principles. The Nama Prabhu will empower us, increase our capacity of preaching. So what is how to really increase the capacity of preaching? Through Nama. The more one sincerely chants the name, one is blessed to bring more souls in contact with Krishna consciousness. Now, next, it does not matter whether one lives in a holy place like Vrindavan, Navadip, Jagannath Puri, or in the midst of European cities where the materialistic life is very prominent. This place doesn't matter. For devotee follows the instructions, he lives in company of Lord. Wherever he lives, he converts that place into Vaikuntha and Navadip. Hari Bo. This is the secret of success for one advancing in Krishna consciousness. That's all. Very simple. We can conclude the class right here, but we have something to cover. We have a goal. We want to complete this samvad between Kurma Brahman and Mahaprabhu. Ei mat yare gare करे प्रभु भिक्षा से आइचे कहे तारे कराये यही शिक्षा. And wherever, to whichever home Mahaprabhu went, he just followed the same style of preaching. Yes, same thing. He would speak the same thing to everybody. So these are instructions of Mahaprabhu for every grihastha. Everybody has to follow this. So Prabhupada very clearly says, if you're surrendered, don't change your location. Don't change your status also. You need not. You can remain. Remain a grihastha a medical practitioner, an engineer, or whatever, whoever you are, doesn't matter. Just follow Mahaprabhu's instructions. So, in order to follow the instructions, this is a different teaching, something that Prabhupada is teaching differently. I'm trying to. One has to learn humility and meekness at home, following the instructions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and in that way, he will be spiritually successful. What is the meaning of this? The meaning of this learn humility and meekness is one should not try to be an artificially advanced devotee, thinking that, oh, I'm first class devotee, so it is best not to accept any disciples. Such thinking should be avoided. One has to become purified at home by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and preaching the principles enunciated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thus, one can become a spiritual master and be freed from contamination of materialistic life. So, Prabhupada wanted Grahasthas to become spiritual master. It's very important. Everybody who has perfected one's life is following the standard, is following 16 rounds, whatever Mahaprabhu has taught here. If you're following in your life, you're qualified to become spiritual master. This is what Prabhupada wanted. And of course, the spiritual master was meek and humble. So another thing that really I want to read slowly, one should not try to be an artificially advanced devotee. Okay, clear. Thinking. What is the thinking? I am a first class devotee. So it is best, it should have been not to accept any disciples. You're able to see, usually what we're thinking, are you should accept disciples. But Prabhupada, what is saying, so it is best not to accept any disciples. I am a first class devotee, I will not preach. No, I will just do my bhajan. This is not humility and meekness. Meekness and humility is, well, I'll follow Mahaprabhu's instruction. Of course, I am a servant of everybody. And the mood of service, I'll definitely preach. Yeah. However, there is a class of Sahajiyas who thinks these are opposed to devotional service. They consider such activities simply another phase of materialism. So six Goswamis of Vrindavan, Sri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath, Sri Jiv Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath, their personal associates were Mahaprabhu, and they have enlightened the society by writing books on devotional service, the Goswami literatures. They have done that. Similarly, Narottam Das Thakur, Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, they also, others have accepted many thousands of disciples to induce them to render a devotional service. Yeah, they have done that. So some of them think that they criticize Mahaprabhu's followers, the Sahajiyas. So become preaching is something which is very important. That's what Prabhupada's whole theme in this is. Refrain from criticizing the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or encouraging preaching. Yeah, that's the first offense. That's the first offense against the holy name. To protect his preachers, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given much clear advice in these verses of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Let's complete this section. पतयते देवालये रहे एई ग्रामे यार घरे भिक्षा करे सई महाजने कुर्मयाचे रीती तैचे कैला सर्वताई नीलाचले पुनयावत ना आईला गोसाई. So when on his tour, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would spend a night at the temple by the road. Whenever he accepted food from a person, he would give him the same advice. He gave Brahmana of Kurma, the same thing. He adopted this process until he returned to Jagannath Puri from South India tour. So every home he would go, he adopted the same thing, same principle for everybody. अतएव इहा कैला करिया विस्तार एई मत जानी बे प्रभुर सर्वत्र व्यवहार. Yes. So I've described everything. Generally in South India, what did Mahaprabhu, how did he preach? I've told everything. So if you know this, you understand the preaching strategy of Mahaprabhu everywhere. And same strategy we have to apply. Hey matta sei ratri tahani rahila pratakale prabhu snana kariya chalila. So in this way, he would stay in the home in the night. Next day, take bath and chalila, move. Next place. प्रभुर अनुव्रजी कुर्म बहुदूर आईला प्रभु तारे यत्न करी घरे पाठाईला. So Prabhura Anuraji Kurma Bahu Dura Aila. So following Mahaprabhu, Kurma Brahman came for a far distance. But then Mahaprabhu, after a lot of care, attention, and persuasion, please go back home. He sent him back. This is what happened with Krishna also. When Krishna was leaving Hastinapur, they all came a long distance. Then Krishna told, okay, fine, now you go back. I'll go ahead to Dwarka. So something very amazing and these wonderful leelas. But more than the leelas, we have to focus on the instructions. And if we follow these instructions, then we stay with Mahaprabhu. That's the whole secret of success, as Prabhupada is saying. So the path of bhakti is very simple. And it can be very simple, so simple that we can miss it. So we have to be careful. All right, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you all very much. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Pad ki jai. Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.